Welcome to our channel where we delve into the darkest corners of history, seeking out the shadows and bringing to light the things that go bump in the night. Today we journey to the forgotten corners of the earth to explore the crumbling ruins of castles that stand as silent sentinels to a time long past. 3 castles, each with a dark heart of mystery that has pulsed for centuries, beckon us closer. These are places where the veil between our world and the next wears thin, where the echoes of forgotten tragedies linger in the air, and where unsolved mysteries whisper on the wind. Prepare yourselves, dear viewers, for tonight we explore 3 unsolved mysteries in haunted castles that will send shivers down your spine. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more spine-chilling stories. Nestled deep within the mist-shrouded valleys of the Scottish Highlands stands Blackwood Manor, a brooding, skeletal monument to a forgotten lineage. For centuries, this castle has stood against the ravages of time, its dark, empty windows staring out blankly like the eyes of a blind man. The locals whisper of a curse on Blackwood Manor, a stain upon the very stones themselves that feeds on the living and claims them for its own. Blackwood's history is steeped in tragedy and shadowed by tales of unexplained disappearances. It began with the lord of the manor, a cruel man named Alistair Blackwood, who met a grim end within these very walls. His death marked the beginning of a series of disappearances that have haunted the manor ever since. Alistair, driven mad by grief, imprisoned those he suspected of treachery within the castle's depths. One by one they vanished, swallowed whole by the darkness, their fates unknown. But the whispers say they never truly left. Their souls, bound to the castle by Alistair's rage, are said to wander the halls, seeking solace they can never find. Over the centuries, Blackwood Manor has seen many residents, each haunted by the whispers of its past. And each has been marked by tragedy. Families have disappeared within its walls, leaving behind only hushed whispers and chilling tales. Some whisper of a secret room where Alistair imprisoned his victims and performed unspeakable rituals. Others speak of a spectral lady in white, her mournful cries echoing through the empty halls. One chilling account tells of a group of explorers who dared to spend a night within the manor's decaying walls. They entered full of bravado, armed with cameras and recording equipment. But they fled in terror before the night was through, their equipment abandoned. One of their number, a young man named Daniel, was never seen again. The stories vary, but the theme remains constant. Blackwood Manor hungers. It consumes the living, drawing them into its web of sorrow and despair. The disappearances have continued to this day, defying explanation. They remain unsolved mysteries, whispering testaments to the darkness that clings to Blackwood Manor. Is it the curse of a vengeful spirit seeking retribution for past wrongs? Or is there something more at play within Blackwood's walls, something ancient and evil that feeds on the lifeblood of the living? The truth, like the missing souls of Blackwood Manor, remains lost to the shadows. But the stories remain, a chilling reminder that some places are best left undisturbed, their secrets buried beneath the weight of ages. Our journey into the heart of mystery takes us next to the rolling hills of rural France, where the imposing silhouette of Chateau Malcoeur claws at the sky. Its name, a chilling premonition, translates to Castle of Bad Heart, a testament to the darkness that has seeped into its very foundation. Unlike Blackwood's spectral apparitions, Chateau Malcoeur is plagued by a more visceral, more primal horror, the blood-curdling screams that pierce the night, a symphony of anguish that chills the soul. Chateau Malcoeur was once the seat of power for Lord Victor, a man of wealth and influence, but also a man consumed by a darkness few could comprehend. Victor, they say, was obsessed with alchemy, with unlocking the secrets of life and cheating the inevitability of death. His obsession led him down a dark path, a descent into madness fueled by forbidden knowledge and unspeakable experiments. It was within the confines of the North Tower, now known only as the Bloodstained Tower, that Victor conducted his gruesome work. Locals whisper of strange lights emanating from the tower at night, of inhuman cries echoing across the desolate countryside. They say Victor experimented on the living, driven by his mad pursuit of immortality, leaving a trail of blood and suffering in his wake. But Victor's ambitions proved to be his undoing. One night, the screams from the blood-stained tower reached a fever pitch, followed by an unnatural silence that blanketed the chateau like a shroud. When Victor's servants finally dared to approach the tower, they found it empty. The alchemist was gone, his equipment smashed, his notes scattered like fallen leaves. The only sign of his experiments, the only evidence of his victims, were the chilling bloodstains that marred the stone floor, forever staining the tower with his sins. Some say Victor succeeded in his quest for immortality, that he escaped the castle and lives on, hidden from the world, sustained by his dark magic. Others believe he paid the ultimate price for his hubris, that his experiments unleashed a force beyond his control, a force that consumed him and left behind only echoes of his madness. The screams, however, remain. Each night, as darkness descends upon Chateau Malcoeur, the air is filled with the same blood-curdling cries that marked Victor's descent into madness. Some attribute them to the tortured souls of his victims, forever trapped within the castle walls. Others believe it is Victor himself, trapped between life and death, his screams a testament to his eternal torment. Whatever the source, the screams of Chateau Malcoeur stand as a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk in the hearts of men, and the price of forbidden knowledge. The castle stands empty now, abandoned to the elements and the echoes of its past. But the blood-stained tower remains, a grim beacon visible for miles, a silent sentinel guarding secrets that are best left buried. Our final destination brings us to the sun-drenched shores of Italy, where the imposing facade of Castello Silenzio looms over the turquoise waters of the Mediterranean. Its name, whispering of silence and solitude, masks a history as turbulent as the waves that crash against its base. For Castello Silenzio is a place where the veil between the living and the dead is thin, where the whispers of the past echo through the centuries, and where the spirits of the departed refuse to find peace. Unlike the other castles we've explored tonight, Castello Silenzio doesn't have one single mystery that defines its haunting. Instead, it suffers a constant, oppressive presence, a weight of sorrow and despair that permeates every stone, every shadow. It's a place where tragedy seems woven into the fabric of existence, where death lingers like a persistent fog. It all began, as these stories often do, with a love triangle. The young and beautiful Isabella, promised to the wealthy Duke Orsini, fell deeply in love with a humble artist named Marco. Their love was a forbidden fruit, their stolen moments hidden away from the prying eyes of her betrothed. But the truth, as it always does, found a way to surface. The Duke, consumed by jealous rage, discovered the lovers' tryst. Blinded by fury, he condemned Marco to death, sealing his fate within the depths of Castello Silenzio's dungeons. Isabella, heartbroken and driven to despair, took her own life within the castle walls, unable to live in a world without her love. Her cries of anguish, they say, can still be heard echoing through the halls, a chilling lament that chills the very marrow. But the tragedy of Castello Silenzio doesn't end there. Over the centuries, the castle has been plagued by a string of mysterious deaths, each one seemingly echoing the sorrow and despair of Isabella and Marco. Servants have been found lifeless in their beds, their faces contorted in expressions of sheer terror. Guests have met untimely ends, their bodies broken and bruised as if by unseen hands. Some whisper that the Duke, driven mad by grief and guilt, still wanders the halls, his soul unable to find peace. Others claim that Isabella, forever searching for her lost love, haunts the castle, her sorrow a palpable weight that suffocates the living. Even now, investigators and paranormal enthusiasts flock to Castello Silenzio, drawn by the allure of the unknown, hoping to unravel the mysteries that cling to its ancient stones. They come seeking answers, seeking evidence, seeking a glimpse beyond the veil. But Castello Silenzio guards its secrets closely, whispering them only to the wind and the waves. The spirits of Castello Silenzio, trapped between worlds, bound by their tragic ends, remain. Their presence is a constant reminder that some wounds, some pains, echo throughout eternity, staining the very soul of a place. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the haunted castles and their unsolved mysteries. We've walked the halls of Blackwood Manor, where souls vanish without a trace, felt the echoes of blood-curdling screams at Chateau Malcoeur, and experienced the oppressive sorrow that permeates Castello Silencio. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Let's spread the terror together. And remember, if you hear a whisper in the dark, if you feel a chill down your spine, it might just be the echoes of these unsolved mysteries reaching out from beyond the grave. Don't forget to subscribe for more terrifying tales and hit the bell icon to stay updated. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe. Sweet dreams, and remember, sometimes it's the mysteries left unsolved that haunt us the most.